Yes, people, welcome back to Tribe Talk Live episode 4. On this episode, we'll be talking to Omololu, a former training partner of mine, and a very talented and hardworking individual who I think that we will learn a lot from. So yeah, without further ado, let's get him live. Just waiting for Lulu to request. The talk I did with Dan Barnes before, so last Sunday, will be uploaded. The full talk will be uploaded to YouTube today, so look out for that. Let's get Lulu on now. Yeah. How you doing?
Good, man. I'm good. You?
We've got the gloves on and everything.
It's not for that reason, mate.
Hey. How you been?
Tired, but managing, man. I'm managing.
Yeah, working hard.
Always, man. You know me. Always.
Mm-hmm. When was the last time I saw you? What, like last season?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
End of last season, right?
Yeah. Well, hopefully there is a season left.
Yeah, hopefully.
Boy. But yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, let's start with so who is Omololu? Where did it all start for you?
Funny thing was watching athletics. Well, when I was probably in like year 6, year 5.
Yeah.
Just watching the Olympics with my parents kind of just inspired me to be this. I'm gonna do sports. But I knew I was maybe always gonna do sports, but it kind of opened my eyes to like other things instead of education as well.
Yeah.
So for me, it was I watched athletics in school, and at home. Then the next day, school and start racing everyone that's older than me.
Yeah.
And that pretty much started. Like, no matter what, how many times I kind of said, "Oh, yeah, I'm racing." So that's how literally my running career actually started. And I had a few of my teachers, primary school, every to school, and I wanted to race every.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the teachers knew about like the outside clubs and introduced me to go for a local running club.
Mm-hmm.
I literally just kick-started my running career pretty much.
And that was Woodford, yeah?
And I started off with Manor.
Okay.
Then I moved to Woodford maybe 3 or 4 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, around when I was 16.
So it started obviously like getting inspired from the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then it moved on to kind of, school. Were you racing in school or just playing sport in general and they thought you were fast?
No, I said playing sports in general, but in my school, for some reason, we had like a 6 concrete track.
Okay.
Like a dead straight concrete track. I think for like maybe 50 meters.
Okay.
And I was in year 5. So obviously the guys that were in year 6 were obviously older than me and bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
Weight, it was more or less like if I race them, then like, wow, I'm going Olympics pretty much. But yeah, I just got my every time, and from then I literally moved to a secondary school, going into borough sport, doing the English school stuff, and I was okay. Not as good. No, I was okay.
Say no more. But yeah, what's your opinions and thoughts about everything going on right now in terms of like Corona and all that sort of stuff? Obviously, it's starting to ease off a little bit now, but
I guess when it all started, it was kind of a scary thought that anyone can die from this, which
Mm-hmm.
is crazy. Like, you're dying from something that you can't see or you can't cure yet.
Yeah.
And just people or thousands of people literally die. It's just like sad.
And you don't even know that you feel the symptoms
Yeah.
until like,
Yeah. So
you know.
I wouldn't even know if I caught it. I was a
Mm.
cat. You wouldn't never really know until you kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been, well, since this all happened, I've still been working. So I haven't really had like big, I wouldn't say a break. I wouldn't have had that much off as much as everybody else, really.
Yeah. So you still been kind of getting on with day-to-day life.
Yeah. As well as still been training. Started off, because all the tracks were closed, it started off just running on grass. But it's been okay. My body's been reacting pretty well and being able to keep fit. And that's all much I can really do, really, until when the track, that's when, hopefully, as soon as the track starts opening up, maybe I think towards the end of the season as well.
Yeah. Because I was gonna, the next question was obviously how have you been overcoming with this stuff, like obviously being in lockdown, and have you been able to still maintain some sort of fitness?
Oh, yeah. I'm still talking to my coach, so I'm still getting like one-to-one sessions with my dude by the phone. So like, feedback into how I feel, when I can push myself, when I should kind of hold back a bit until everything kind of down, so I can carry on training.
Mm-hmm.
It's been difficult, but I guess because I've been able to talk to him quite often, it's kind of helped.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I get to talk to my training partners as well. Kind of share ideas of, okay, I've been to a local grass area. I've been able to do something, put on spikes, just little things, and being able to just kind of like bounce off ideas how we can get like cool physio that we haven't been able to go and see.
Yeah.
Having a foam roller, having a massage gun, like literally being there to kind of support, be your team,
Mm-hmm.
which is helpful, and especially with training partners that are a little bit more experienced than you, it kind of helps to get ideas from that.
Yeah. So what sort of things have you been doing specifically? Obviously your grass runs and everything else.
So for my grass runs specific, a lot of the sessions I record. So for an example, back-to-back 50s with exercises, segment runs, running for 10 seconds, running for 20 seconds, sets, 4 sets. For wide, I don't really have a lot of gym equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Resistance bands, like literally blessed that my strength conditioning coach has kind of given me like a program for, which is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, my brother is in the same household, so he's like basically my training partner on the track. So, which is helpful. So I have someone to run with, which is good. And so to kind of push me when I'm kind of splashing off. He's always there to kind of just using what I have around me.
That's it.
Yeah, don't have a lot of gym equipment, so a lot of resistance bound.
Plyometrics, all that sort of stuff.
Benches to do like rehab stuff, like hamstring rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Keep on top of that, obviously, kind of take for granted when you obviously had it in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been. I feel like it's been an eye opener for me that what you kind of take for granted, it gets taken away from you, like how much of an impact it has on you. But figure out ways to get around it helps. Brings a creative mind, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Just to be as resourceful as possible. Yeah. But it will, at the same time, it will help you become, it's almost a blessing in disguise, I feel. You'll become a better athlete for it, even though it's not the most ideal situation, So what's obviously everything's starting to ease off a little bit. What's the plans for the future? Hopefully there's a season left to be able to compete.
If I might be able to, well, I'm praying that I can get maybe 3 races. Hopefully I'm praying for 3 races at least. Obviously abroad, so because obviously if you go abroad I have to come back and sign. So then that's going to be out of the question.
This guy's frozen. Oh man. Hold on. Let me get him back. Hold on. Okay, Lulu, request to come back on because the connection is a bit crazy. If anyone on the live has any questions for him, yeah, just post them up. I've got about 10 Q&A questions from people throughout the week that have been wanting to know. So yeah, if you have any questions for him, just post them up and we'll try to get to them within the time limit. But yeah, let's see. Bring him back on. Come on, Lily. Come back in the live, man. Okay. Sorry about that. Apparently Lulu's phone overheated, but we are back. So yeah, just waiting for him to join.
Yeah, sir.
It's all good. It's all good. I will take the first video and try and merge it anyway, so it's all good. But yeah, where were we? Yeah, plans for the future. If there's obviously a season, hopefully there's a season left,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You mentioned that you potentially go abroad.
If there is a season, it's unlikely that I will go on board because
due to the situation.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to and I won't be able to take up. So, hopefully there'll be a season for like maybe 2 or 3 UK, which will be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of just sets me up for 20. End up being a bigger year than it was because so much things are going to be called indoors, Olympics, World Relays.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be Europe. I'm not too sure about Europeans if be there, but it's going to end up being bigger than it is this year.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with the Olympics being postponed,
Yeah.
So hopefully, fingers crossed, man. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the Q&A.
Right.
Before your phone decides to overheat again. Yeah, let me go with a nice easy one for you. I've merged one of the questions together because they're both relevant.
Okay.
Someone wanted to know what's your diet like and how many days a week do you train?
My diet, since quarantine, it's kind of been off the rails, to be honest.
What about like when things are back to are normal, like your normal, training diet?
So I like to I try to keep it really strict, to be honest. I eat a lot of chicken, a lot of fish.
Mm-hmm.
More than meat. I don't really eat meat as much. Meat is pretty much once in a while. I always try to so I'm not vegan, but I don't mind trying vegan food as well. I always try to make those. I mean, the diet one's a little bit more difficult because I guess it changes when I'm about to race. I don't eat as much in the winter. Because in the winter you're pretty much just trying to survive through training to be
Yeah.
with Jay getting done pretty much the whole winter. But yeah, I try to keep it strict with having one week, and I prefer
1 cheat meal a week. Okay.
where weekend, so I can relax a little bit more. But it's
Okay. Your connection is bugging again. Oh, there it is back. It's delayed.
Nah.
Hold on. It's delayed a little bit. 1 sec. Let me get you back on. Hold up.
Yeah.
Boy, this connection's killing us. Connection is killing us. Hold on. It's still delayed, man.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Hold on. Whereabouts are you anyway?
Still connecting?
I can hear everything's
yeah, customer's house. I'm working on their car.
The sound is in time, but the pitch is not. There's a big ass delay.
Oh.
I think. Hold on. Let me try one more time. Hold up.
Okay.
Is it in time now?
Yeah, is there any better?
Still delayed, man. Boy. Hold on. I personally, yeah, I think we might need to reschedule this, you know. Connection is mad. How do you feel about doing the talk another time?
Yeah. The only problem, I don't know when though. That's the problem.
That's fine. We'll do it. I'll try and work around your schedule.
Okay.
Like maybe we can do it like when you have like a Wi-Fi connection, so it's like, you know.
Yeah.
Solid. It's cool now, but I know for a fact it's gonna cut out. Oh boy. Yeah, let's do it another time then.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Because I know it's good now, but I know for a fact it's gonna cut out.
Well, I've just turned off my Wi-Fi because I don't know why they're searching for Wi-Fi for some.
It's all right now.
Connected to me.
All right, hold on.
So hopefully.
It's all right now. Okay, let's resume. Let's resume. So you saying kind of eat more for performance, really?
Yeah.
And you allow yourself one cheat meal a week or cheat day? You say?
Yeah. I say a cheat day, not cheat. Literally from morning to I guess you gotta enjoy it a little, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't be, because your body still kind of needs that from time to time.
Yeah. And what about how many days do you train normally?
So I train 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And Wednesday, Sundays off.
Wednesday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So what do those days? So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What do those days comprise of?
A bit of, I would say, like, for example, Mondays can be a little bit more of a technical day with a little bit more speed. But pretty much every session I have is going to entail a little bit of speed in it. But depending on the day, for an example, like Tuesday and Friday are pretty much a little bit more. So I'm going to feel a little bit more of a lactic from that. But Monday and Thursday are a little bit more technical days. Just making sure I get myself in the right place. What else would I say I'll do on them days as well? And the Saturdays will probably be in all day, so a little bit more conditioning.
Yeah.
Than I'll do it during, but it's a little bit more an active recovery day. Okay. I would say for Saturday. Than the other 4 days.
Yeah. But every day kind of involves some sort of speed component to it.
Yeah. Just so that I'm always because I feel like you can't do speed 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And think that you're fast. Like try and even doing it 2 times a week, it does take the body as well. So what we're trying to achieve is, as well as getting the performance out of it and being ready to race, your body's got to be ready for it as well.
Yeah.
So, which works out better for me, so I can obviously time my sessions better. Where obviously I had speed on a Monday and had a little bit more of an endurance lactic session. Tuesday gives me Wednesday to kind of recover, CFO, foam roll, ice bath, so I could be ready for Thursday again and Friday.
Someone just commented saying, how about gym? What days do you do gym?
Oh, gym is every day apart from Wednesday and Sunday on my rest day, but I still do gym on my track sessions.
Okay.
That doesn't only just the gym sessions only modify what
you're working on in the session.
Yeah, when I'm actually working in the session, so it's going to be a little bit more speed. If I'm doing like technical speed day, I'm obviously going to be doing a little bit more power.
Yeah.
Sessions in the gym, and if it's an endurance day, it's going to be a lot more or less about strength and mobility, so my body can actually cope.
I hear that. Yeah. So, what are some of like the most valuable lessons you've learned from the sport?
Most valuable, I would say, understanding patience and understanding your sport. When you come into the sport, it's so easy to kind of understand that, oh yeah, you're fast. That, oh yeah, you've run this time. Oh, I'm quicker. You always assume that every time you're going to race, you're going to run a P.
Yeah.
Sport doesn't work like that. There's so many factors that will stop you from doing that. So for me, definitely I'd say patience and learning about my sport a lot more better. Just seeing the difference between where you are now and obviously where you want to go, and the people are already in front of you, like all the great athletes like Bolt, Tyson Gay, Safa. What makes them stand out? So for an example, a lot of issues. Safa Powell is a very technical athlete. You want to be the same type of runner as Tyson Gay.
Yeah.
Tyson Gay is a runner. So like there's a big difference between them and how they kind of distribute their speed and power onto the track. It's completely different.
Yeah.
So be just educating myself into the sport and understanding the difference between the guys that run 9.9 and the guys that run 10.0 and the guys that run 10.5 or 10.9.
Yeah.
Big difference. It's just based on how they can distribute their effort on the track and how they connect themselves.
So like almost understanding that everyone's different and working towards your own personal strengths.
Yeah. And understanding, just because someone is faster than you, let's say someone who's running the same time as you is just a little bit faster than you, that doesn't mean you're not going to get faster as well. Certain things is like you just need to clean up your technique better and be a little bit more consistent. It'd be the difference. You need to be just a little bit faster or be close to that person that you're trying to. But that's just by basically learning from the sport, because up and downs. One day you're going to be on top of the world, and the next time you could be injured.
Yeah.
So all plays into the experience and factors of understanding your sport and learning from it, because your training partners, I would say your training partners are the best, because they're out there with you. Injured before you, even when me and you used to train together, like, pretty much experience how I've been injured, how I'm gonna try and minimize that for you, kind of giving you a heads up that you're warm up in a certain way. This session that we're gonna take it a little bit more easy. You don't want to go full out all the time. You don't want to. You got to finish the session.
Yeah.
Like if you're beating something, stop it. There's so many things that obviously we're blessed with training partners to kind of gain experience with. But that's part of learning your sport, talking to your other athletes, getting as much information as possible from your training partners.
Yeah.
And the difference is pretty much, especially when things go pretty much downhill, when you get injured, pull a hamstring, you can have an Achilles problem, a muscle. Getting back, I would say, is being patient is the key for that.
Yeah.
Because if you rush back into the sport, like, if you rush back, you ain't gonna end up getting hurt again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, patience is a massive thing. Massive thing.
Your body has its way of okay, today is not the day you're going to be doing this. So patience, I would say, is definitely one of the most things. Because some things take time. It takes time for you to learn a new skill. Well as talking to other coaches, or talking to a new coach, or being with a new coach, learn something. Obviously, take time.
Yeah.
You can't assume that as soon as you've been with this new coach, everything's going to turn around that quick. No, it doesn't work like that. Things take time.
I mean, even it's happened to the best of us. You know, it's like it's even with Bolt. I think when he went to the Olympics, slightly injured and didn't perform well at all. And everyone was kind of saying, like, you know, he's not going to make it. He's not going to, you know, live up to the potential that the times and everything he was running. And then the only comment he had to say was, watch in 4 years. And then that was Beijing. And then everything changed, you know?
Exactly.
So it's a big, yeah. I think patience is probably the biggest factor in track and field, especially when you get let's say your discipline is 100 meters. Let's say you train for 4 years for like a 9-10 second race. You know, it's a big, it's a small window of opportunity there.
Yeah.
You know,
because you got can as well. So
yeah,
you can't just try and rush the race and think you're gonna win the race or run 9-9. Work like that.
Yeah.
But you gotta execute it the time, and from by doing that is by being pretty much every stage. Because the 100 has, I don't know how many stages it technically, but some people say it has like 3 stages: drive phase, mid phase, and you're finished. And usually, when you're finishing, you're slowing down.
Yeah.
Next, so being able to understand that takes patience.
Of course. I think it's in terms of like track and field as well. It applies so much more because you take a team sport and their game lasts like 80, 90 minutes. You make a mistake, you can shrug it off. You know what I mean? It might be annoying, but you know, you got plenty more opportunities. But if you mess up during a race, it's kind of there's less window for any mistakes.
Yeah. Trying to minimize mistakes.
Oh boy, don't tell me you're freezing again.
Yeah.
Are you freezing again?
Nah, man, I'm still
All
here,
right.
man.
So, how has your mindset changed from when you first started to now?
My mindset would be that I believe in myself a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Just a little bit.
No, I wouldn't say a little bit. I would say a lot more.
Yeah.
I guess when you started out, you don't really know how far you can really get.
Mm-hmm.
So because you're unknown, you get like everything. You don't want to try things because you don't know.
Yeah.
And I think that was my when I was younger. That because I didn't know, I didn't really go. And when I actually went for it, there was a big difference. So like for now, my mindset, I definitely go for things a little bit more. Even like even last 2 years, I've also changed. I think I've changed a lot more now in the last 2 years as well because I've made the decisions to change coaches.
Mm-hmm.
And when I moved to my new coach, I was still kind of holding on to the trait that I had before.
Of
being
course.
scared. Sorry?
Of course. I mean, it's like how
Being scared.
Yeah. Yeah. Carry on.
Because I've pulled my hamstring like literally a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
So my scared was, okay, if I push myself too much like I did before, I'm gonna pull my hamstring.
Mm.
So I was holding back, and being with my new coaches, like he was pretty much can't hold back. There's no time for me to hold back.
Of course.
The speed is the race is going forward, and I'm moving backwards because I'm holding myself back. So, my mindset has definitely changed. I'm a lot more. I'll say a lot more braver. I don't shy away from things anymore. I just kind of hit the nail on the head and go for it every time. If it goes, it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Just how the sport works. It's like you're gonna get injured. Just how you kind of manage yourself as much as you can, and having a good team beside you.
Yeah.
Help you move. So mindset has changed. It's definitely changed a lot more in the last 2 years because I'm not holding myself back. I'm gonna pull my hamstring or anything like that.
Yeah.
So a lot more.
What's been the most challenging time in your career so far, and then how did you go about overcoming that?
Most challenging thing was getting over my injuries because it was like 2015 was like my best year, I would say, and from 2015 to now, all that kept happening was I kept getting a little tear in my groin, pull my hamstring, get cramps. I couldn't finish races, and it was very hard for me, and I couldn't really understand what caused it. And it came to realization that I needed to have a team beside me.
Yeah.
To help me move forward, because clearly there's something wrong with your body, but body's telling you something that I obviously don't know myself. I'm not a physio, so I can't see why it tore. I can't see what caused it.
Yeah.
It could be anything that could.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So me having the team made a massive change right now. Because I have a physio, osteopath, strength and conditioning coach, my actual coach. They all talk together. They all see each other. It's like the communication between them all is great.
You understand exactly what's going on with your athlete.
Exactly. So there isn't none of that. Okay, done a hard session on the track, and my strength and conditioning coach is not talking to my track coach about the session that I have, I might have to tailor my sessions because it's literally full of lactic. I'm pretty much crawling to the gym, but having everyone to communicate each other like that is very helpful for me, because then I can actually move forward.
Yeah, I think it's a great decision you made. Obviously needing that, you had the support of your group and your team and your coach and everything, but like, if you want to go to another level, you have to look for something that is a different level, you know. So yeah, what do you get nervous before races, and how do you deal with that pressure?
Yeah, I still do. that never goes away.
Yeah, of course,
never goes away.
Yeah.
Always the first race, so it's like me and my training partners on the track. We always say the first rep doesn't really count because you're just trying to get into it. When you get to a race, you can't really take that chance and take that risk of, oh yeah, I'm just going to try and get in nervous. It doesn't work like that. Race is full on, everyone's getting full out. So I still get nervous till the day. It gets worse for me as I get closer to the race. So I could be 4 weeks out, I'm already nervous 4 weeks beforehand, thinking like, how am I going to run this race? Like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? But I figured out a trick. My trick, for me, it's an embarrassing trick, but I sing and dance in my warm-up, and that kind of just puts me in a better position, because it's like, if I've already embarrassed myself in my warm-up, I literally can't embarrass myself on the track. So I've got that confidence back. So that's very helpful for me, and that's what works for me. But singing and dancing in my warm-up,
I mean, it takes your mind somewhere else as well. You know? Yeah. You enjoy the process.
Like, I can just...
Yeah. You enjoy the process rather than making it a negative experience.
Yeah. Stressing myself out. It helps me.
Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't even know you did that, to be honest. But obviously, I don't watch you warm up, so... So yeah. What's your opinion? I think this is an interesting one, and I want to elaborate on it as well. But what's your opinion on wasted talent, and how much influence do you think a coach has on the overall progress of an athlete?
Okay.
Because let me lay the foundation for the first part. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Throughout my career as being an athlete, the way I've seen so much, even athletes older than us, the way I've seen them like reach a certain level in their career and then not go any further due to ultimately their coaches, even though it's down to the athlete to perform. You know, so many talented athletes just don't reach that level that they can perform at because of their coaches. That's why I added the kind of the influence. I merged those two questions together. So yeah, over the years that I've been an athlete, there's been so many athletes that have just left the sport, fell out of love with it, and just not reached their potential. Whether it be from their coach or just not having that support system. So, like, what's your opinion on that?
I'll probably answer the wasted talent bit first before I get to coaches. Because I feel like it's kind of hard to say, because it's like, obviously, because everyone is different. So I can't. So something that might be wasted to you not be wasted in a sense, if that makes sense. Because it's like, I've had athletes in the past who joked around a lot and never taken things serious, and they've always performed. So I've been the serious one, trying to do everything perfect, and not being as successful as the person that's technically I would say is wasted. Yeah. So it's a bit difficult because I understand we're all different. We all have our doing things, and with the track and field sport, it's just that the person that's most relaxed is obviously going to have a little bit more of someone else. So, I only find the wasted talent an issue when it comes to, I'd say, training.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only are you wasting your time, but you're wasting my time. We're meant to be helping each other.
Yeah.
So in a training scenario, it becomes an issue where obviously I have a goal that I want to aim to, and I may not know what the other person's goal is, but he's messing around, coming to training late all the time. We're meant to be in a session together. I've finished warming up, but I'm waiting for you.
Mm.
Actually causing a problem for me because I'm waiting for you.
Yeah.
I'm not really sitting there, not really doing anything. And if I get injured, it's pretty much I'm getting injured because I've been sitting there doing nothing. You,
mm-hmm.
you're causing a problem for me.
Yep.
But for me, I personally don't believe any talent. I feel like everyone has their own way of kind of showing case, like their speed, their strengths and weaknesses. And I would say it's more or less as how they showcase that.
Mm-hmm.
For an example, for my example, that was the training scenario. I say wasted talent will be in a training scenario for me. I wouldn't say in a race. I wouldn't say in my everyday life because I don't know what everyone's problems are.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone else's weak strengths are. But you're only gonna know that from your training partner.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to say that I'm a very serious athlete, be a little bit more professional. So the people that I train with
have to be on the same level.
Yeah. So that minimizes that wasted talent.
Mm-hmm.
So that we're all in this together. We all pay for this together. Like some people have free coaches, some people pay for their coaches. So I'm not gonna pay my coach all this money.
If you're not getting that environment there.
Yeah. Because then he's not the other athlete is not actually benefiting anybody in the team. Because it's a team effort.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for me, I would say I'll probably reword wasted talent because everyone has their own reasons why they do certain things, right? It's just that a lot of people are just not mature enough to kind of be professional about their sport.
Yeah.
So because they're not professional, I think it's a game. So something that might not be a game, something that's not a game for you, might be.
So let me flip that on its head.
Okay.
So let's say you got an athlete that has potential and is on the same level mentally in terms of like taking things seriously, has been with a group or several groups, but hasn't seen progress. What's your opinion on that?
Obviously, I still think it's down to the I still think it's still down to the responsibility of the athlete. Because at the end of the day, you make the decisions at the end of the day, want us to be there or not. So this obviously includes the question you asked about the coaching as well.
Yeah.
Like every athlete has responsibility of themselves. Like we can't always assume that because I got a coach and my coach doesn't mind me doing this, that doesn't mean it's not going to affect everybody else. So for me, I have to take responsibility for myself. I can't take responsibility of somebody else that's kind of messing around. And yeah, it's that I think it's down to the coach to actually tell his athletes that as well. Because my coach, he'll bring the group together and tell you that I'm not, but you're all responsible for yourselves.
Definitely.
You need to help you move forward, right? So I need to take responsibility for that.
Exactly. And I always tell my group that as well in terms of I can't run for you. Do you know what I mean? I'm here to guide.
Yeah.
I'm here to guide you, but I can't run for you. At the same.
So like so
carry on.
For what you're saying is just like that athlete that's with the wasted talent. That athlete needs to take responsibility for himself.
Yeah.
And open his eyes and say, "Am I wasting my time here?"
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm wasting my time here, I'm wasting my coach's time, I'm wasting my physio's time, I'm wasting my training partner's time.
Exactly.
You need to take responsibility.
It is it's an interesting topic, especially because obviously I've moved from coach to coach, and obviously you've recently moved from a coach recently, but some people have obviously stayed because I guess that the coaches work for them personally. So I guess what you're trying to say is, if it's not working out, find a way where it will. Find someone who can support that, who can support you, can understand you as an athlete personally. Because I feel, for me, it wasn't physical at all. It was more mental for me. Yeah. But no coach could see that. Do you know what I'm saying? I had to go through the shit to find out that, okay, I've got potential, but I'm not performing when it comes time to perform. So it's clearly a mental thing, you know.
Yeah. But it's definitely one of those things that I say, whether you realize that now or you realize that before, you kind of have to tell the truth to yourself and get to reality and accept that this is how it is.
Mm-hmm.
I can move and take the risk, which you've done. So you've been with coaches. That's you taking the risk, finding works for you, which is a good thing. I will tell you that you did a good thing.
Yeah.
But just it's when you realize that, okay, yeah, it was a mental thing for me. I obviously can't speak for you now. I don't know if it was now or old, but if that was for you, because it was exactly the same for me. When I moved, being with coach, I had the same issue where it was all mental for me. Overthinking, thinking that was going to make me better.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I couldn't accept the truth. Myself that I need to take responsibility for my.
I mean, it's hard, especially being with the coach for so long, building that relationship, having, you know, that good atmosphere at training. But if it's not working, it's not working, and it's an individual sport. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't bring your training partners and your coach with you. It's all on you.
Yeah. You can't run for you.
That's it. I think so. The second part of the question, like, how much influence do you think a coach has on the overall progress of an athlete?
I think that's very high, because the reason why you went to that coach in the first place, what they've done to the other athletes, right? Other Olympics, other guys have won British medals. Other athletes have even going down to like English schools. Other athletes have broken British records. Only why you move to that coach, pretty much his resume, right? So you definitely have influence.
Yeah.
But they also have that influence to kind of tell you the truth.
Tell you the truth.
And get you back into reality, because we're all in athletes. We kind of go into our own little dream world of, I'm going to run a track. But we never have anyone to actually work like that.
That is a process.
So sometimes, so an athlete likes to get ahead of himself, and sometimes having the coach here to kind of tell you the truth that it doesn't work like that. Get you back in reality. So they have a massive influence.
Yeah. I think obviously being a coach now myself as well, I think going through the shit and, you know, being on the wrong side of it has helped me see the right side of it. and I can just instill all of that knowledge onto an athlete and understand that the difference between, let's say, an athlete has potential, I can see whether it's a mental thing or physical thing now because I've been there. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, like if an athlete trains real hard, but when the time comes, they don't perform, and if they're not injured, then it's clearly a mental thing there, and it needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's all mental when it comes to sport. Like you can be in the best shape of your life, but if your mind isn't where it needs to be, you won't perform.
Yeah.
You know, just like with you holding back, you know, having that fear of, okay, if I push myself, this might happen. But if you don't push yourself, you won't get to where you want to go.
That's true.
You know, so it's, yeah.
But one thing I would say about even with coaches as well, that when your athlete does get injured, I feel like the responsibility is on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wouldn't say direct. It's the coach's fault you're getting you injured, but it's like the athlete's going to take responsibility for it. The coach can take responsibility. The physio is going to take responsibility for it. Like literally, everyone takes a piece out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in situations where I've actually seen it myself, where okay, the athlete's got him or her got himself hurt, and the athlete's taking responsibility for it. The coach is taking responsibility for it, but the physio didn't want to take responsibility for it.
Okay.
And it's just like we're all in this together, right?
Yeah.
So, like as I'm saying, your team is your biggest asset you have.
Of course, and you all need to be on the same page.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So everyone has their own little influences. Everyone has to take their own part into it as well. So
yeah,
I would, definitely. Yeah. It's just the way the sport works, man. Like you do the running, keep everybody else around you.
Mm-hmm. That's it. So yeah, last one before I go into it. Like, there's one question in the comments as well. So I'm guessing this is from someone that isn't a sprinter. They're either an athlete or not, but they're asking how do they get faster? I mean, a lot of people. I've had a lot of questions in the past about like, is it possible to get faster? And of course it is. I believe anyway. Yeah. There's many layers. There's many factors to speed.
Yeah.
So what would you say to someone if they asked you, "Oh, how do I get faster?"
What I would say is,
don't freeze again, bro.
No.
It's loading. It's loading. Oh man. Okay, yeah, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll say, because there's so many factors in it. So for an example, I would say you can only time how fast you are now, and understand.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need to understand technique. You're gonna need to just understand power. No, scrap that. Actually, understand what your weakness is, because that's gonna be. I think that might be the deciding factor of you moving forward, getting faster. Because you might be just faster 100 meters in 10.5, but your main issue might be technique, or your issue that you just start slow.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, just
pick out what you're not doing correctly.
Yeah, what you're not good at, because it could just be a technical issue that once you fix up your technique, you can knock off seconds easily.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's prevalent in many team sports, where there's like, especially in sports where there's like a ball involved, and there's like that agility factor as well, where you're kind of like a sprinter obviously runs in a straight line or a curve. You know, everything's kind of almost robotic, whereas the team sport player is the whole range of movement has to be explored for them. But at the same time, it can be improved. You know, so I guess what you're saying is just dissect what it is you're not doing correctly, and then implement that into your training.
Yeah, because like the whole point of sprinting is you expressing yourself. So just being able to express yourself in the way you want to is literally the way you're gonna get faster. I think personally, that's what I think, and from what I've learned recently, expressing yourself down the track. That includes power, speed, reaction time, strength, where you're weak at, stronger. They all coming together by expressing yourself.
Yeah. I think there's one question in the comments saying, do you train? I think we already kind of covered it, but do you train full time, or do you work as well? Do you have any sponsors?
So I would say for that one, I train full time. I train 5 days a week with my coach, as well as I have 2. So I'm not sponsored. My 2 part-time jobs are I'm a mechanic. So I get a lot of customers, help for their cars to be repaired, serviced, or taken. As well as I'm a delivery driver for Sainsbury's. So it's kind of my lifestyle and my life is kind of hectic because I'm constantly on the go.
Yeah.
So whether I'm fixing a car or I'm delivering.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of balancing that energy. It's hard. It's hard when you reach kind of like a certain age where you have to start working and balancing, because the hard working training don't mix at all.
It does. And it's very because it's like my recovery times get shorter because I have to work.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll be working on the car now, and because the car is taking me so long to pretty much fix, because it could be many issues, I have to go to work straight up, or I have to train and go and fix a car and go to work. Yeah, that's my reality.
Yeah.
And I've accepted it. It doesn't become a burden for me when it comes to me training anymore, because it's like I'm not sponsored.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't sit and know that a brand's gonna pay me. Yeah, it is what it is for me. And there's many exactly the same thing as me. So which is the truth?
I mean, like it's inspiring just the fact that even though you've reached like quite a high level in your career, but you're still grinding. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think people will understand the realities of track and field as well. It's only, I guess it's only lucrative if you're like at the top, but you're getting there.
Yeah. And you never take anything for granted.
No.
Same with people that are sponsored, and obviously, I have to work, even though that's my rally. When it comes to weather, I have to make sure I book time to work to actually go with my team. And everyone in my team understands it. I got to pay for my coaches. I got to pay for my conditioning coach. Pay for your physios. All the people in your team you pay for.
Yeah.
And when you're not sponsored, where you're going to be able to do that is working. And by me working, you kind of understand. Don't take things for granted.
Yeah, that's
when
exactly
people
what
are
I was going to say. Yeah. It makes you appreciate everything a lot more.
Yeah. And that's what's pretty much helped my confidence where I was before to now.
Yeah.
But literally,
you can't waste time. For this. Yeah, you can't waste time. Nah.
And then if by the end of my running career I decide to stop, I'm gonna be still happy of what I've achieved, because I never took nothing for granted.
Yeah.
I've had to work. I've had to accept it.
That's it.
Because I've accepted it, not a burden on me. Maybe if I was a full-time sponsor, I would be winning medals all the time. I'll be going to all these. It doesn't work like that, man.
The thing is the thing is as well, even if you were at that level, you might not have been able to achieve what you have achieved because you're taking everything for granted. You know what I mean? There's not that as much passion or hunger there because, you know, whether you perform or not, you know that it'll be all right for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all of the Q&A questions. I know that it was skipping out a little bit. But I'll try and do what I can with the video. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on. And it's good to speak to you again after all this time. And hopefully there's a season left.
Hopefully. I would like it left, but if there's not, I guess I'll be ready for 2021. So
and that's it.
Go.
Everything happens for a reason. Let me read through this. Hold on. Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate coming on. I'm sure I'll see you very soon. With these talks, it's just raw knowledge, you know, for people to gain, you know. But I'm planning on, once everything is blown over, I'm planning on doing like podcasts and actually meeting with people in person and doing it properly, you know. But right now it's just raw footage.
But you gotta start from somewhere.
That's it. I'm just bringing value to not only me, but you know, everyone. But yeah, hopefully there's a season to come back to, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it, man.
No problem, brother.
Take care.
Peace.
Yes, people. Thank you for joining again. As I said before, the whole talk will be uploaded to YouTube at the end of the week. But yeah, I know that the footage was a little bit jumpy and skippy, but I'll try and dissect the little gems and the little specks of knowledge in there and post them throughout the week. I will be also uploading the full talk of the talk I did last week today, so look out for that. But other than that, thank you for support as usual, and I'll be back next Sunday with another person of influence. Take care.